Thank you for attention. Good evening, sir and friend. The first time, my name is Gres Afrianda, and I will explain that what I know about risk management and worker protection. Where risk management is a very broad concept which has again a lot of consideration in the recent time because of its importance in almost every profession. This area is very important, which uh, the manager of every organization are obliged to undertake in to provide necessary safety for the human and financial resource. Our organization must have formed a commit team or department of risk management to take care of the process of risk management. And the next we move the video talking about risk management and worker protection. Some important some point in this video there is keep employees safe, maintain risk-free environment, prevent company from being liable, and there is some step from step 1, identify early. Typical hazard include wet floors, fall from height or dangerous equipment, can also include non-bicycle rides such as carpal tunnel syndrome. And step 2, choose which is important. Make sure to influence employee little as possible. If necessary, to inform them and explain why. Step 3, control and research. The purpose of risk management is to ensure that a company or organization can understand, measure, and monitor various kinds of risks that occur, and also ensure that the policies that have been made can control the various kind of risks that exist. And we move the 4 component. There is workplace safety and health. In workplace, safety is a condition which the physical well-being of people is protected in and health. And employee health or wellness promotion. Employee health is promoted by employer at several levels to improve organizational operation and individual employee. And the third, workplace and worker security. There is important to protect the worker, particularly as the frequency of workplace violence increase. And the last one is disaster preparation and recovery planning. Disaster recovery plan is a comprehensive statement of consistent action to be taken before, during, and after a disaster. Then the plan should be documented and tested to ensure the continuity of operation and availability of critical resources in the event of a disaster. And 3 major legal areas affecting safety and health. There is worker compensation, which is worker compensation covered has been expanded in many steps to include emotional environment that may have result from physical injury as well as job-related strain, stress, anxiety, and pressure. And second, American with Disability Act and safety issue. There's health and safety recording keeping practice have been affected by an ADA provision that require all medical related information to be maintained separately from all the other confidential files. HR professional understand that the ADA guideline as they affect physical disability. And the third, child labor laws. There is safety concern are reflected in restriction affecting younger workers, especially those under the age of 18. This law found in section 9 of the Fair Labor Standard Act of LESA set the minimum age for most employees at 60 years. And we move to basic some preparation that have been recognized as key to employer. There is general duty. The act required that the employer as a general duty to provide safe and healthy working conditions, even in areas where OSA standards have not been set. Employees who know or reasonable should know of unsafe or unhealthy conditions can be cited for violating the general duty clause. The second, notification and foster. Employers are required to inform their employees of safety and health standards established by USA. And we move to component about managing safety effectively and reducing accident. There is the first organizational commitment is to a comprehensive safety effort that shall be coordinated at the top level of management and include all members of the organization. The second places discipline and record keeping. Designing safety policies and rules and discipline violator are important components of safety effort. And the third, training and communication. Safety training involving behavioral modeling, lot of practice and dialogue is most effective. Safety training can be done in various ways. Regular sessions with supervisor, manager, and employee are often coordinated by HR staff member. Communication of safety producer, reason why incident occur, and what to do in an emergency is critical. And the last one is participation or safety commit. A safety commit general meet are regularly scheduled time, has specific responsibility for conducting safety review, and make recommendation for changes necessary to avoid future accident. Usually, at least one member of the committee come from the HR department. And we move to investigation, and evaluating. Some steps to prevent similar accident from occurring is even more important. There is security audit. In security audit, HR staff conduct a comprehensive review of organizational security, sometimes called vulnerable analysis. Such audit with manager inside the organization and outsider. And second, control access. A key part of security involves controlling access to the physical facility of the organization. Many workplace homicide occur during robberies. Therefore, employees who are most vulnerable, such as taxi driver and convenience store clerk, can be provided bulletproof partition and restricted access area. And the third, violent training. Manager, HR staff member, supervisor, and employees should be trained on how to recognize the sign of a potential violent employee and what to do when violence occurs. And the kinds of security management as a HR management, there is preventing slip and falls, eliminating repetitive stress and heavy lifting, using ergonomically sound workspaces, emphasizing driver safety, and last one is providing means for a healthy gradual transition back to work. Some key practice for dealing with older workers. The first, organizational assessment, include establishing a disaster planning team, often composed of representatives from HR, security, information technology, operation, and other areas. Human impact planning. A number of areas are part of human impact planning, including items such as having backup database for numerous component detail, along with employee contact information. And disaster planning. All of the planning effort may be wasted if manager and employee are not trained on what to do when disaster occurs. This training covers a wide range of topics, including following: first aid or CPR, hazardous material containment, disaster escape means, employer contact method, organizational restoration effort. And the last one is about some component disaster planning, the first prior to disaster, namely development program, risk assessment, prevention, mitigation, preparedness, and early warning. Second, disaster response include act of relief, saving people and livelihood, emergency assistance, calculating damage and losses. And the last one point is post disaster include aid, reconstruction, socio-economic recovery, development activity, and risk assessment. That's all from me for the chapter risk management on worker prevention. Thank you and good evening and stay healthy.